Horror Fanatic here, and but you can guess, I'm going to talk about a book. And the one I read this month was, well, the one I read for this show this month was Carrie by Stephen King. A book I'm obligated to love. But, that said, I do have issue with it. As Carrie is a novel that is nearly 40 years old, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that we're all okay with spoilers. I was first exposed to Carrie by my father, who, God bless his spirit, decided to read us Stephen King novels in place of Mother Goose, and I couldn't be more excited about its effect on my life. That said, this is one of the novels I remember most clearly from him reading to us, along with a few others on the show, namely The Shining, Firestarter, and Cujo. I'll do the rest at a later date, but we'll get there when we get there. I don't know what to say about this book that hasn't already been said. Its themes of bullying, ostracization, and vilification have all been deeply explored, and I actually do think, you've gotten all you pretty much can get out of it. It's an exceptional novel, as by its success, even though it's not among my favorites. Having read the novel 3 times, I can at least say it was worth all 3 of those reads, as I did pull stuff slightly different as I got older out of it. It's just nuanced and hard to describe for me. This time when I read it, I really got bugged by Sue Snell and Tommy, just being honest. Having a hard time seeing anyone have compassion on that level. It's jaded. And while there's a lot of this book I did like, I felt a lot of it was actually done better on screen in the 1978 film adaptation, not in the terrible sequels that followed, or the so-so remake with Chloe Grace Moretz. My favorite part of this novel comes at the end, and that's Carrie's wanton path of destruction through the town, and going from raging wrath machine to sad dying girl. And I think that change in this book is actually very poetic and moving even to this day. I also did like how this book was actually told, being told from multiple characters' perspectives, broken up by official-ish sounding documents from something called the White Commission. And while it did break the flow of narrative and gave hints of the destruction to come at the end of the novel, it built the anticipation very well. I also love the inter-character relationships a lot, and they're becoming more nuanced and complex the older I've gotten, the more I've read it, and I really enjoyed that this time around. But I honestly don't know what else I can say, so Carrie, it's good, a little flawed, disjointed at times, but I'm obligated to love it, and I would heavily recommend it. So next month, by request, I'll be reading a book that I haven't read before, and that is Killer Koalas from Another Dimension by P.A. Douglas. To be honest, I'm mildly excited about this. It seems equal parts goofy and hilarious to zany and outlandish, with just enough horror and sci-fi to keep me interested. And I'm very excited to get to it, and I will see you next month.